Hi, John here. In this video, I will talk about how a great store name that actually makes sense, and it's like built from words that use like some emotions can actually increase your sales and build a bigger, trust in your brand when we are doing Facebook ads, for example, and trying to sell your e-commerce products. And well, how actually those like idiotic names like best deals 1 to 7 can actually hurt it and don't do really anything for a brand. So watch this video and I will explain you all that. For all of you that are running already sales, and you are having like success with like $500 per day in sales or $1,000 per day in sales, and you want to scale to like $20,000 per day in sales, and well, you can't imagine how, and every time when you were trying to scale with Facebook ads, it was like inconsistent. You were one day in profit, then second day in loss, and all that crap, Then we actually have a e-commerce scaling program. It starts in 17 May. In 5 days, we are already closing enrollment. We are still looking for 2 more people. This is not for people who are starting out, okay? We are actually like very selective about members because it will be a very small group of people, that marketers that are already running sales, and are able to actually scale, So it's not oriented for people who are starting out, who don't have a product. This is really for people who are advanced and want to go from that 1K to 20K, okay? Because I was usually able to scale all my stores, in just a couple of weeks, to stable 20K per day, before I was scaling other e-commerce businesses, to like $200,000 per day in sales. So for me, this is like kind of like easy because I already have a framework how to do it. And in that coaching, I will show the framework and I will teach personally these people, with a lot of like one-on-ones with me and different videos. So if you want to be part of this, because we still have 2 more spots left, then definitely go to call.adferation.com and schedule a free scaling call with me. Like I said, it's only for people who are really advanced and already making money. So if you are one of these people and you want to be in real like community of like very small community of people who are already making money in this and want to go higher, then definitely go there. Let's talk about store names. People really underestimate the power of a good store name. They don't understand it's like a weapon, Because if you have a good store name, it like builds a trust in your brand. It makes everything more friendly. You can put there some emotions that is constantly, inside of that customer who is, for example, seeing your page, or they see your ad with the name of the store. And it also makes your branding easier because if you have some special name, you can create like some nice brand around it. And your store will not be just like one of those like cold dropshipping stores, but it will be really like store with some soul. And well, a lot of dropshippers don't really care about it, And well, mostly dropshippers do, or e-commerce owners who don't really make much money, But usually when I see like somebody who is really like doing higher numbers, they know this, they care about their store names, and they are very, very like careful what store name they're actually picking, okay? Every time I create a store, I usually pick a very special name. There are like 2 ways how I do it, and in both ways, I'm using very strong adjectives, in those names to kind of like take some emotions and put them in those name of stores so that emotion is like very warm and it's always in that name, okay? So that person always sees that emotion. Okay, first way how I create names is I'm trying to do 1 word store. I basically will put it for 2 words, but it's basically just like 1 word store, right? So what I do is actually I'm trying to go for a classic name, For example, I don't like those British store names, like Hamleys, Debenhams. If you want to even go more deeper, you can like check the oldest villages in Britain, and check how they end, Usually it's like Towns, Hams, Dales, Lees, and things like that. So what I do, I usually take like ending, like one of these like classical endings, and then combine it with some adjective, right? So with that, you can actually put some like a nice emotion at the beginning and then finish it with that classical ending, So I will just give you a couple of examples. It's not like stupid examples, okay? But I just need to give you some examples. So let's say I will take like that adjective honesty, right? So basically what I do always is that first I will create like a list, with all these like endings that I like. And then I usually try to find out these adjectives that I think have like some value, like moral value, or like show like something like that, And then I always like copy it and try to always like put the adjective next to this ending. And I usually test like 10 different adjectives, and then I pick like one that sounds great, because like most of them will sound probably like maybe weird, but you just need to like test them. So let's say that honesty, okay? So I usually put like honesty, and I do it with like honest tones, honest dales, honest hams, honest lease, and I basically do like this list, till I will find like that best adjective that I can use for the store, and then of course you need to check domain if somebody already like didn't pick it, okay? But mostly when you will combine this, it's actually like very short name. I use these like moral values, like honesty, tons or something like that, It already says that you are like a friendly store, you are already like trustworthy store, and all that, because what that person they will see for, let's say that example like honest tons, what they will see is like that honesty. That's like for their brand will tell them, it's like honesty, okay? This store is like honest, You can only do that, and when you have these like classical endings, you can even create some like nice story about it, like it was created in like British, like 200 years ago, from this family, and they moved to USA, all that is, you can really like build like very nice story, It's what like most dropshippers don't do, okay? They will just like create best deals 1 to 3, and then try to like bet on some like ads, if it's like a lottery for them. For me, it's like strategy, okay? I'm always trying to create some like story, I just want to create something that is like really unique, I don't think people even know when they see my ads, when they see my story that I'm dropshipper. I'm doing better work than like normal e-commerce stores, okay? Because I also have like 3-day delivery. They will not even know it. I was dropshipping it, okay? So because I have like a lot better customer support and everything and branding than most of these like stores, even e-commerce stores, okay, private labels. You can actually like hide yourself well, if you do like branding correctly. So once I like pick that adjective that I like, that emotion and that ending, I usually will, like I said, test like 20 of them and see which one like sounds best, which one has like that like best value or best emotion in them, so I can then will create nice logo, and start like doing that store. Also, if you have like short name, which is great, like with these, then you can actually create also like a short statement descriptor. So for example, when you are, which you will basically put your payment gateway. So when some chargebacks are coming, people will already know that, okay, this is what they bought because they bought it for you, because they will be able to see that short name in their bank statement, okay? When you have like a long name, you cannot put it in the bank statement because it's too long. Just having short name and having it in that as that statement descriptor, like shortname.com, then people will already know that what they purchased from you when they will see it on the bank statement, and that will really like decrease your fraud chargebacks, because you will mostly get fraud chargebacks. Okay, the second way how I actually find that store name is that I use a store name that is from 3 different emotions, right? So I will give you an example, okay? So because this is again like it's like play with words, So you need to find out like some combination of 3 words that is emotional and kind of like explain what's like purpose of your store, right? So let me give you example. Okay? For example, store called like My Safety Supply, and well, let's say that I'm that first name I'm usually using something that is really like personal, like word mine, okay, or like my, because that's like first thing that that person will read. They will read my, okay. I just want them to have it in their head that it's theirs, basically. I just feel like it will be like more friendly, and it will that put down their like shield, when they are shopping. Second word is actually where I use like some emotion or something that is like a specific, right? Like safety. For example, safety is like a huge emotion for everybody, like for parents or whatever. So I want to really like put some like a specific emotion, like it's about safety, about like feeling them safe. So it's like my safety. And on that third word, I'm actually using something that really just describe what is this for, what kind of place this is, right? So I don't care if it's like supply or market. I like supply because market is like that they will be buying something or I will be selling them something. But when you do like supply, it doesn't seem so salesy, but it looks like a store, but they will not feel that oh yeah, they will like try to pitch me something with like some products that I don't want. Yeah, so that's what I kind of like do. That in that third place, I usually use like the market, supply, or like something like that. But basically, I try to create again like some emotion, right? But right now, mostly I'm using that first version where I just create that like short name, using those like British endings, But when I started, I was basically using these like free store name versions, right? And one of my biggest stores had that, so it still definitely works. But right now, I'm trying to use that first version because for me to create a brand around something that is called like honestons is like a lot more powerful than try to call it like my safety supply or something like that. Okay, so definitely try to even maybe focus on that first version because that brand or that story around that store will be a lot more powerful, trustworthy. It will sound more friendly, and I think it's just like better for branding, right? Really better for me. That first version is like a lot better. So try to definitely do that. I never use these kind of like names that are stupid and simple, like the best deals 24/7 or like giga deals 17, like, or best deals for shopping, or like best gadgets for sale, I mean, just from reading that, you have no emotions around it. It has no culture, no emotions, there's like no value basically. It looks like so gray, there's like nothing, there are like no colors, I mean, you cannot really like build some story about something that is called like Giga Deals 27. I mean, it's just stupid. I don't know why people do it all the time. Maybe because they are lazy to think about like proper way, because that's what marketers do these days, right? They just want to. They are just like watching some gurus. They get like some idea about like, yeah, I will just start this in like 30 days. I will just buy a new Lambo. They don't want to really build that store. They don't want to build a dropshipping business that can scale to 20k or 50k. They want to just like get money fast for that Lambo or something, but they will never get there, So this is like a business like any other business, right? I mean, if you do it properly, you make tons of money. If you slack, if you are lazy about things, you will never make any money. You will just burn it. You will burn your time, and it will be just like a dead end for you. So only best people survive, but usually it's because they like put some time in it. Success is like abstract. Success is like creativity. People who are creative in this as well will win, will make most money, will have best brand, most sales. And people who don't, they will just like never really take off. They will be just like saying, oh yeah, I just tried this like dropshipping thing, it didn't work. I just like 15 products in my store, awesome deals every Friday.com didn't really work. Of course not. So this is like with everything. Do it properly, and then you will make money. Okay, these things just increase sales. If somebody will see some store name with a good story, like some warm emotions in that name, they will feel better to give you their credit card information and buy from you, even when it's like overpriced. Okay, thank you very much for watching. If you still didn't download my free ebook Facebook Advanced Survival Guide, definitely download it, because if you got flagged in that book, you will find out how to actually get out. And if you still didn't join my free Facebook mastermind group at Federation, then definitely join it. It's full of people who make $1 million every month in e-commerce. And also I am doing there like every week live videos about different e-commerce strategies. Okay, so if you really want to take your business from like 1k to like 20k, per day, then Federation is like the best. Okay, this is mostly focused on e-commerce stores. Okay, so if you are an e-commerce owner and you want to scale your business, then go to Federation because we will be able to help you there. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you next one. Bye.